You know, lipstick, foundation, concealer, and primer, powder and shadow, and lip gloss and liner. But do you recall the YouTuber who's tested them all? It's time for Emily Awardsmas. Makeup's biggest players are here. 7 days of special videos. It's the series of the year.
Hey everybody, it's time for another Emily Awards. Woo! I am so excited to share this series with you. I'm calling it Emily Awardsmas again because it is happening just before Christmas. And I think this is the 10th year for this because I believe it all started in 2008. It really has grown and grown year after year and kind of evolved. And I feel like I'm finally to a place where it's really the most satisfying. Doing 7 videos, breaking it down to all the necessary categories, not really rushing through anything, giving every type of product the attention I think it deserves. There's something very fulfilling about that to me. And if this is your first Emily Awards, welcome. Basically what I do is I go through and I share my favorite products of the year. We take it category by category. We incorporate a high-end and a drugstore favorite whenever possible. Meaning if I genuinely have a high-end and drugstore favorite in a category, I will share that. If I don't, I won't. Every product will be listed and linked below if you'd like to follow along, or if you're out shopping and you need to go back and like, what was the winner for whatever category? You can always just check the description below this video. So I'm starting this series with video 1, all like energized and ready to go. We'll see how I am by video 7 because it's gonna be 7 straight days of videos. And that is kind of an intimidating task for me. Not just with actually shooting the videos, but figuring out every intro and also just making the tough decisions on what the award-winning products will be. So for this first video, the focus is on primer and foundation. I'm gonna try not to spend too much time on any one particular product, and any time that there is an additional video that I've done in the past that I can link you to below for more information, video of applications and stuff like that, I will definitely do that. So let's get started. My first favorite primer from the drugstore is the Maybelline Master Blur Stick. This is a first-time winner. This is a newish product really on the market, and I have it in the shade light to medium. So that is something to know about this product. It comes in actual tinted colors, and I think that really makes a difference with this kind of pore-filling, blurring product. There are so many things like this that are in sort of a solid form, waxy types of blurring sticks, and I think the fact that this is tinted makes it so smooth across the skin, and I do definitely notice it making an impact on the pores, on my nose, around my nose. That's kind of my main pore zone. But you can just swipe it on real quickly all over the skin, and you get a very smoothed out texture underneath your foundation, and a real emphasis, I think, on the pores. It's called a pore minimizing tinted primer, and I think sometimes we think, well, primers, what do they actually do anyway? Are we really sure something's happening there? And I think one reason why I love this so much is that I am sure that it is actually doing something. This year, my high-end favorite is another new pick, and it's from Farsali, and it's called Skin Tune Blur. And this is an interesting product because I think it also has this kind of pore minimizing, pore blurring tendency, but it's very, very thin. It's sort of serum-like and milky, and you're gonna apply that all over the skin and feel like you have an absolutely wonderfully even canvas for your foundation. Sometimes with this stick, I'll just kind of spot it on in the areas where I think I need it most, but I'm always compelled to apply the Skin Tune Blur all over the skin. It kind of acts like this sort of perfecting veil underneath the foundation. And if you've been made to feel like anything that's gonna have an impact on your pores has to be thick or broken down or melted down into the skin, this is already really thin, but it's probably the thinnest thing that has ever made an impact on pores for me and just really affected the texture of my skin. So those are 2 great primer options. Next up, I've got a category for BB and CC creams, and I think this is a perfect thing to look to if you're wanting lighter coverage and you're wanting the combination of a little coverage and moisturization in one. And for me, I also am looking for sun protection to be rolled into that equation as well. And my favorite for the drugstore, this is the first time it's winning, and it's the Aveeno Positively Radiant CC cream. I wear this in the shade medium. It does have SPF 30, and I have heard so much great feedback also from you guys who have tried this after I've recommended it, because I've been talking about this months back. It is so beautiful on the skin. The glow from this product, the light bit of coverage, yet very present coverage in this product. It's really so satisfying, and I think there are some CC and BB products out there that are just a little maybe too makeup-y and they don't actually hydrate you. This is great hydration. It worked really well for me when I was going through some very sensitive skin times, perioral dermatitis and different stuff, and I felt like this didn't make any of my problems worse. The only complaint I would have on this is that I wish they would put out more shades. Now with a product of this type, you can get away with fewer shades because they stretch a little bit. It's more sheer coverage, but I still think they need more readily available, readily stocked in stores because I rarely see multiple options out there. But if you can get your hands on this, I think it's a fantastic CC cream if you like that kind of dewy look to the skin. Now my favorite high-end BB or CC cream, this is a multi-year award winner. It's really going to take something amazing to dethrone this product, and it's the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC cream. I have honestly enjoyed this stuff in all of its different versions. I like the illumination sometimes I like the matte. If you're just wanting to try it for the first time and get the best sense of what this product is, I would just go for the regular, but it has SPF 50. It really has foundation-like coverage, much fuller coverage than the Aveeno. Like we're talking a real makeup-y kind of coverage, but yet it still does moisturize. Now on my driest days, I will definitely put a little bit of moisturizer on before I wear this, but I love this stuff. My mom, who's in her 70s, loves this stuff. I just think it's a fantastic product. I love the packaging. It has the pump there. You can make sure you're getting out a certain amount every time. If you like a more dewy finish, check out the illumination, or if you want it more matte, they've made that too. I think it's a wonderful product, and they've made some good decisions in expanding this line. For foundations in this video, we've got two, well, technically three categories. We've got light to medium foundations and then full coverage foundations. And then I also have a category for stick foundations as well, because I feel like that's really a rapidly expanding sector of the foundation world. But for light to medium for drugstore, I've got a new favorite this year, and this is a now favorite product that has grown on me. It didn't start as a favorite, like it just, the more I used it, the more I would figure out this or that little quality that I like about it. It's the Physicians Formula, The Healthy Foundation. That's the name of it, The Healthy Foundation. It has SPF 20, it says brightening complex for all skin types. I have this in the shade LN3. This is going to be one of those foundations with the doe foot applicator. And as far as light to medium coverage, this is a strong medium coverage, and it's buildable. And I like the way it looks on the skin. As I blend it onto my skin, I think this really seems like a classic foundation. But yet, when you're all done, it looks so not makeup-y, but yet you have covered things up, and it is buildable, so I feel I can go across certain areas with a little extra and be really satisfied with the look. That being said, I don't think it's a complete 100% full coverage product. Like, I'm gonna get into full coverage in a second, and those things don't play. This is gonna be a medium coverage. I really like blending it out with a dense brush. Actually, I've enjoyed using that Sigma F80 Air with this. Last year in this category, the winner was the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation, and I still do really like what that product is capable of. I feel like this is just a little bit sneakier. It has sort of a lightweight feel on the skin, a very natural look. I wouldn't call it dewy, but it's just natural. It's just skin-like. And I think there's really something to be said for being able to find a foundation like that out there. I really could see this suiting quite a few skin types just because it doesn't go too far on the dewy side or the matte side. That's coming from a normal skin type's opinion here, so feel free to chime in the comments, but I've really enjoyed this stuff. Now for high-end, this is a two-time winner. It won last year as well in this category, and it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude Water Fresh Makeup. It's watery, okay? It's one of the thinnest consistencies of foundation you're ever gonna try, and you're gonna have doubts immediately. If you're anything like me and you like your coverage, you're gonna doubt this stuff. But once you blend it in on your skin, you're gonna be like, okay, that actually looks pretty nice. And this as well, very buildable, but we're talking the ultimate in lightweight. This pretty much has the consistency of your standard liquid foundation, maybe even a touch thicker. You know, it's not like super runny. But this foundation, I'm wearing this today actually. I wear it in Desert Beige, and even when you build this stuff up, it is absolutely weightless on the skin, yet it still covers. Not to a full coverage extent, but medium, I can totally get you to medium with this. But then you're gonna be skeptical on another front because you're gonna say, oh, foundation's this thin, usually they just kind of wear away, they don't last very long. This stuff actually lasts me all day. It is deserving of the Double Wear name. So for a second year, I think this is a fascinating product, and I give it totally high marks. For full coverage foundations, I'm realizing I have a lot of options from the drugstore. Like, I have a lot of really great foundations in general because it was tight in this category this year, and I was really going between two: the Maybelline Superstay Liquid Foundation and my Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. Both I feel are full coverage. The Revolution probably feels lighter on the skin. It's kind of amazing what they were able to do with that product and make it so lightweight, yet such great coverage. And I've been like kind of alternating wearing these different foundations and sort of judging one against the next. And I'm gonna have to say that the Maybelline Superstay edges out the Revolution one a little bit for a couple of reasons. The texture of this is a little thicker. It is gonna feel a little more weighty on the skin, but I feel like my skin type, I can use just the little bit of extra moisture that this product does provide. And I think its staying power strength is just a little bit better than the Revolution one. That stuff is still good staying power. I would say it would definitely get me through the day, but I've got maybe just even more confidence in this. And part of it I think is just a freshness thing. I think this is offering a hair more moisture to my skin. Right now especially, my skin is normal, verging on dry. And you're just gonna be able to tell when you blend the two out, the Revolution really kind of sets and feels like nothing tacky at all. And then this has that little bit of extra dewiness, and you may want to set it with a powder, but that nourishing quality to the skin is going to stay with you a little bit. So maybe use your own judgment as far as what you think your skin type needs. But as an overall favorite, I've got to give it again this year to the Maybelline Superstay. My favorite high-end full coverage foundation is knocking off an amazing favorite that has been a favorite for several years now. Talking about the Urban Decay All Nighter there. I mean, that's an awesome covers everything foundation, but I find myself reaching so much these days for the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear. My skin just looks beautiful with this stuff on. It's coverage with some lightness. It's gonna look maybe a little less matte than your Maybelline Superstay, but don't take the word radiant in the name of this product too far. Like, it's not highly glowy. It looks flawless. It covers everything. It doesn't take a lot of product to get the job done, but I love this stuff, and it's been probably one of my most worn foundations this year. In terms of stick foundations, I will definitely be linking below to a very comprehensive video that I did on stick foundations, but from the drugstore, I think for the Emily Award, I'm gonna choose the one that I think would be best for the biggest number of people, and that would be the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick. In case you're wondering, I wear this in the shade Shell Beige, and I really like the texture of this product. It is so easy to blend. It has that kind of natural matte look on the skin. It's not gonna be dewy, sticky, or anything like that. It's also not one of those cream to powder sticks, which is a texture I'm not particularly fond of, but it does have that easy blendability where you don't feel like you even have to press too hard, and it just very easily evens out the skin. I love being able to just go and it could double as concealer and you've got the full look. It's gonna be an overall medium to full coverage look that you get out of this, and I just think it's a really well done formula. I think it could encompass so many different skin types. And on top of it all, it also does contain SPF 27 in there. My high-end favorite stick foundation is a new kid on the block. It's the Christopher Buckle Triplicity Perfecting Foundation Stick. Who watched my QVC video, you know about this. This is the foundation that's got the little dot in the middle. Yes, the foundation nipple. It's got like the core of perfecting kind of almost primer stick in the middle of the foundation, and it glides on so satisfyingly. The L'Oreal stick in comparison to this would seem a little bit drier. This is very nourishing, very hydrating. The Revolution Fast Base stick feels a lot like this one going on, but this is somehow a little less greasy and a little better staying power for me. A lot better staying power, actually. This has been a really impressive product. It makes the skin look absolutely radiant, but not in an artificial way at all. I'll definitely link to the video where I tried this on, but I mean, I've used it quite a bit since, and it is such an impressive under the radar product, and I do wear that in the shade Light. We're gonna end this video off with setting sprays because that's the category that I didn't know where to put anywhere else. So we're talking about it here, and this first one, this is one in years past, but it's from Mario Badescu, and I'm calling this drugstore because these sprays are about $7, but specifically, the one that I have been gravitating to more and more here lately is the one with the lavender scent. There have been some great drugstore sprays. I bounce around a lot. I like playing with the Milani Dewy one when I really want to glow. Revolution Hyaluronic Fix is great. My Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer Mist is another great one. But a factor in a setting mist that really does make a difference for me is scent. And this scent has grown on me so much. I remember when I first got it and I was saying things like, well, you know, I'm not quite sure about the scent. Well, now I'm kind of craving the scent. It's It's not like you're spraying perfume in your face, but there's something soothing about it, and there's something very, like, noticeable and recognizable. So I love that. Aloe, chamomile, and lavender. It's really wonderful. And these Mario Badescu sprays in general, I think, are awesome. They help take away the powdery appearance at the end of your makeup, and they're really nice used on and off, like, all throughout the day. My high-end winner, I look at more as a setting spray that's going to truly extend the wear of your makeup. I talk about this stuff a lot, but it's the Urban Decay All-Nighter. This stuff really works. 4 sprays, psh, 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 and you have done something to your look to actually lock it in and make it wear longer. I think it's safe for me to call this like a no-fail product. It really does do the job. I hear so much feedback from people saying, yes, I totally agree with that. They also make something called D-Slick that is geared toward even oilier skin types. They both work so well. Does it do like this does and take away some of the powdery look? Yeah, but it's never gonna really take me to a dewy looking place. It's not that kind of a spray. It's a listen here makeup you're staying on all day kind of spray. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this first part of the Emily Awards this year. Again, I love taking the time to break things down, really category by category, discuss not only the winning products, but also the thought process as I came to these decisions. Next video, you won't want to miss it. It's concealer and powder. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you again soon. Bye.
You gotta hold it. Put your hands on it. Put your hands on it.
There you go. There you go. Say cheese. I want you to just kind of hold that pose for like 5 seconds.